victory and strife. He promised to keep me, never to leave me, never. Come on, y'all, come. Short of His word, I've got to fast and pray. Stay in the narrow way. Come on, y'all, keep my life. I wanna go with Him. Anybody wanna go back? Anybody want? I come too far. Oh Lord, yes sir. Never turn. Say God in. God in. Oh, God in. I wish I could get a worshiper that can lift up your hand and say, God, you never fail me. Let's go from the top. God is the joy. We're going to leave it on. The strength of my life. Say, God is the joy. He moves all pain. Victory and strength. He promised to keep. Never to leave. Never ever. Come slow. Come on, y'all. Say, I got to fast and pray. Stay in the narrow. Keep my life. I'm 22 years old. It's a daily walk. I wanna go with Him. When He come back, say I come to the and I never turn back. Say God, thank you, Jesus, for being my own. I need somebody that's watching. Lift up your head right now in your living room and you say, thank you. Say God. We gotta go. Victory is mine. Man, I was singing all this song in church. They didn't know what it was about. Victory is mine. At 23, I be want to tell people, victory today is mine. I'm like, what my auntie them singing? I told Satan. Oh, so you never have to fight the devil. I know we got authority, but you never have to look the devil in his face. I told Satan. Sometimes Satan can come in disguise as a co-worker. Can't be behind. Victory today is mine. There's an awesome who can stand before us when we call that great name.
Come on, Trey!
To my atheist, this doesn't make sense. To the agnostic, this doesn't make sense. To the Buddhist, I'm against you. To the Muslim, it doesn't make sense. But victory is attached to a name. What's his name? Jesus. Jesus. Come on. Precious Jesus. I need you to know for your neighbor. Tell them my victory is attached to a name. We gotta go. We have the victory. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you all so much. I'm going to ask everybody to do me a favor. Everybody do me one quick favor. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Get that word out that we are live tonight. I don't know how to tell you, but I think that God has to do something tonight. Tonight is going to be a memorable night.
a memorable night. Hit that share button, get the word out. We're live. I see you all in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you have not commented, please get word out. Please hit that button. Comment in the chat. Let us know that you're here. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Let's do some announcements. Let's do some announcements on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We have our prayer. We have prayer tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Weekly prayer tomorrow night. As we call on the name of Jesus, we talk to him about all of the great and glorious things that he has done and will do and what we need him to do in our lives. Prayer is calling out for backup. We're asking God to step in our lives. This month of October, we're having our Breast Cancer Awareness Sunday on this Sunday, on the 5th Sunday at 12:30 p.m. October 29th. Come out in your pink, wear your pink, men and women. Come on, y'all, hit that. Wear your pink on Sunday as we celebrate those survivors and bring awareness to this terrible disease. So people can get checked and make sure we have all of the information available to us about it. Also, huge announcement. First Sunday in November, we're going to 10. We're going to 10 a.m. First Sunday in November. We're going to 10 a.m. I'm excited about it. And guess what? Also, nursery services will be offered every Sunday. We're going to take care of the babies every Sunday, so you can enjoy worship every Sunday starting first Sunday in November. Those services will be offered. We're in the month of October. A change is going to come for the month of October. Is our series, and we're asking your fast to be a personal pick. You pick something that you're fasting from, but we're talking about how in this year of manifestation, a change is going to come. I'm not just expecting it, y'all. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in and through my life. Tonight, we're talking about an overnight change. How things can change overnight. How things can change overnight. Anybody need a quick change? Anybody understand that things can happen and change quickly? Things can change very fast. How you can be prepared for one thing, but it seems like something else catches you totally off guard. That you are totally off guard. A change is going to come. Tonight we're talking about an overnight change. It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. Crazy things happen overnight, but good things can happen overnight. We don't want you to be caught off guard by this thing. We're going to talk about how to get that overnight change, how to understand that overnight change happens, y'all. So let me make sure I hit this, because I want to acknowledge this all month long. This month is clergy appreciation for our pastoral leaders. Man, I'm excited. Our pastoral leaders are a great team. They help us out with what we're doing and how we're celebrating this movement of life. And I'm super excited about what God has done and doing for us. And I don't think y'all understand how overjoyed I am about it, how overjoyed I am about clergy appreciation, because I appreciate those that help me in this form of leadership. And so I'm asking you, take a moment out and thank those that carry the word, thank those that help push the word forward, those that help advance us in this thing of ministry, this vein of ministry, this arm of the kingdom. And also, tonight is Tuesday night, and starting in November, we're having our Tuesday night takeover. Starting in November, we're going to switch this thing up, and we're going to move over to Zoom. At 7 o'clock, we will have prayer, and on Tuesday nights, we'll have Victory in the Word Bible study at 7:30. So I'm asking you, join us, sir, join us, ma'am, on Tuesday nights in November and beyond on Zoom. A change, overnight change. Genesis 32, verse 24 through 28 says this. And he arose 24. I'm sorry, 24 through 28. I don't know why I had 22 in my head. 24. So Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until daybreak. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." Then the man asked him, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. Verse 28 says this: "Then the man said, your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." So tonight I want to talk about an overnight change. Overnight change. I think that people, I believe that this text has helped us understand that some things happen quickly. Some things manifest quickly. Some things move quickly. Some things shift quickly. Some things move expeditiously in our lives. And sometimes you can plot it out and plan it out and make it make sense. But some stuff happens so fast that you can't even prepare yourself for it. You can't even set yourself up to make it work out, make it make sense. You know, like the old people say, make it make sense to me. You know. So tonight I want to talk about an overnight change. I want to talk about how do you, anybody remember that old, I believe it was Tremaine Hawkins said, "A wonderful change has come over me." And some of our changes are gradual. Our changes are gradual. That they happen slowly over time. Then some of our changes are eternal. Is that we don't change here, we change there, that we in a moment, that old preacher would say, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, we shall be caught up. Changes is eternal, but some change is immediate. Is that it is abandoned of process. It is abnormal to society systems that some changes are methods, methodless, because they are pushed within outside the boundaries of normal expectations. Jacob is in a weird space in this text. Is that he is running for his life for a crime he did commit. His brother is looking for him, and he's plotted and planned to hide from his brother. And I know it's Tuesday night, but I want to talk to some people that the issues that we have found ourselves in are self-inflicted. They're not just attacks of the enemy. These are things that we've put ourselves in, and we are the consequences are hunting us down, and we are working through what we are going to do and deal with, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to make it happen. He has prepared gifts for his brother. He has people that he's afraid he's going to lose. He separated his people out, and he gets into a place, into a safe place, and he sends his family away. And he sends the ones that love him away. He sends the people that know him but still love him away. He sends the people that he doesn't have to hide from, that he doesn't have to lie to, the people he doesn't have to dress up for. He sends them away. The people that were comfortable with him being who he was, he lets them go away. He sends them off. He knows that they love him, but he sends them off. And he sends them off, and he sends them off, and while he sends them off, he's by himself. And how do you get an overnight change? The first thing you have to do, and I'm walking through the text, but I want to make sure I'm very clear tonight, that you have to be abandoned. Yeah. If you're going to get a change, you have to be abandoned. Yeah, I need y'all to understand that Jacob was left alone. He was by himself. It was by design. It was by layout. It was by desire. He was all by himself. There was nobody else there. There was nobody to amen him. It was nobody to help process his thoughts. It was nobody to tell him that it was going to be all right. Because if you're going to change, one of the things you have to be comfortable with being with is by yourself. See, we understand that, and I've taught it, y'all. I taught it. I remember the lesson. I was there when I taught it. I taught the lesson where I talked about that most of us struggle because we don't. Y'all are going to want to hear this. Most of us have struggled because when you're alone, you become easy access for the enemy. Y'all don't want to hear me. And most of us have been in those situations where we've seen things, we've done things, we've experienced things, and it was when you were by yourself that you were in real danger because the enemy came upon you when you were by yourself. But can I help you to understand another thing happens when you by yourself? It eliminates distractions. When you're by yourself, it eliminates destiny pushers. When you're by yourself, it eliminates detours. Y'all don't want to hear me, because some of us have good ideas, but we struggle because we cannot hear the voice of God because we have too many people affirming us. Ooh. And so he gets the people away. He's plotted, y'all. He's planned. He's worked through his process. He's still afraid. He's nervous. He's gotten gifts. He's built up a war chest. He's built up a plan that if this doesn't work out, this is what we're going to do. And he gets in the place where he gets by himself. Y'all watch this. I don't want you to miss it. If you really look at this text in Genesis 32, he sends them away. Y'all don't want to hear me. It was not a forced abandonment. They didn't leave him and he figured out he was by himself. Anybody besides me that some of your best prayers are prayed when you have been by yourself? Y'all, can I help you understand that sometimes right when you're on the edge of a breakthrough, abandonment is the course the enemy takes to knock you off course? When you are in the middle of seeing God's hand move in and through your life, it is that moment that God uses to come in like a flood and lift up a standard against you. That's it. Verse 22. That night, Jacob got up and took his 2 wives and his 2 female servants and his 11 sons and crossed the ford of Jacob. Watch this. After he had sent them across the stream, he sent all his possessions. That's 23. Verse 24. And he was alone. I need y'all with me tonight because he was left alone. He sent away the things that he valued. He sent away the things that he felt that could help him. He sent away the things that helped him continue on the path that he was on. And he was by himself. And I just want to talk to 2 or 3 people that's watching me tonight to let you know that when you're by yourself, yes, you are prone for an attack of the enemy, but when you're by yourself, you are able to eliminate outside voices and noise. I need somebody. I understand that there's a disorder, a diagnosis is the term I want. They teach you when you're dealing with children that have autisms, that overstimulation can make them want to shut down. That overstimulation causes them to act out. And I think that some of us don't understand that we have been overstimulated and we have so much going on, but we struggle because we've been overstimulated, and so you cannot hear, see, and experience real change because there are too many voices. Yes, the Bible says that you shall find yourself you shall sit among the elders, that you should find people that are wise. But every now and then you get in a place in God where you have to be comfortable with being by yourself. And when he was by himself, not when his friends were there, not when his family was there, not when his servants or his possessions were there, it was when he was by himself, the angel of the Lord showed up. Y'all don't want to hear me. That it was when he got by himself and got clear of outside influences, that's when the angel of the Lord showed up. And watch this, y'all. And because he did not understand what the angel was going to do or who it was, because he was so scared that the enemy could get to him. Can I drop this in as an extra point tonight? That some of us have struggled because you thought in your abandoned phase that the only one that could show up was the enemy. So you've been fighting with the one you should have been talking to. You've been wrestling with the one that you should have been worshiping. You've done everything. Watch this, y'all, because you were thinking that your situation caught up with you. But when it's time for a fast, quick change, overnight change, when you're in your abandoned place, that's when the angel shows up. He was in his abandoned place. When he was abandoned, first thing when you're going to be get an overnight change, you're going to go from abandoned. Watch this, and then you will realize that you are afflicted. Because abandonment will always display your afflictions. Well, Pastor, that's not what the text says. The text says that he wrestled with the angel, and the angel hit him in his socket of his hip, so that his hip was wrenched. And when he was wrestling with the man, he was overpowered, and he was winning. And the angel touched the socket of his hip, and it knocked his hip out of socket, Pastor. But what I want you to understand is, I need y'all to hear me tonight, that affliction that was displayed in the fight was already displayed in his actions. Y'all don't want to hear me. He was walking upright naturally, but he was limping spiritually. And what the angel did, you thought it knocked you out of alignment. It knocked you into alignment. He made what your flesh did not display. He made your flesh display what was already in your spirit. You were limping in your spirit. Your hip, the thing that stood you up, you should not be standing up straight, because the thing that you were spiritually afflicted. And what he did was, watch this, because the God I serve will never hurt or harm you. He aligns you. He puts you in alignment with what was happening in the spirit, with what was happening in the natural. Because you thought, because it did not manifest in the natural, that you got away with it. You thought because nobody else could see it that it was okay, because you could dress it up and cover it up, that it was all right. But when you're oh my God, God just dropped that on me. When you're by yourself, God puts your afflictions on display. Because there is no need to hide it when nobody else is there but you, because there's no need. Yeah. You can put hair on, you can put makeup on, you can put lashes on, you can put heels on, you can put undergarments on. But when you by yourself, I need y'all to hear me tonight. You can dress it up when you're around other people, but every now and then, watch this, y'all. When you by yourself. Yeah. When you by yourself, there's something that comes over you When you're by yourself, there's no need. Yeah, it's cute to be able to put all of the stuff up. And I know I'm probably going too far on a Tuesday night, but stuff that undergarments lift up, drop when you by yourself. That stuff that lines up and is straightened when you got the proper attire and makeup on, works when you out. But when you come home, when you by yourself, stuff that says, if I be lifted, you'll find out it'll reach the lowest valley. Y'all don't want to hear me tonight. That when you by yourself, the thing that was supposed to that everybody else thought was nice, y'all don't want to talk to me. There is no faking or facades when you by yourself. Yeah, everybody can think you're the king of the world, but when you're by yourself, you got to deal with the real you. When everybody else is around cheering and chanting, it's cute. But when you by yourself, you know that the struggle, you sung and led the song on Sunday that the struggle is over. But when you got home Sunday night, what did you really? I'm not saying what they heard. I'm saying what you believe, because you thought the affliction came from the outside, but if the affliction came because what was on the outside of you aligned with what was on the inside of you. And we spend so much time trying to get everybody to buy into what we try to show them on the outside, but he touched him. And watch this. The Bible didn't say he hit him. The Bible didn't say he hammered at him. The Bible didn't say it hurt him. He said he touched him. And anything that God touches always comes into alignment. And I believe what came into alignment was the thing. Hey, sister, the thing that's touched will always line up with what's in the spirit and in the natural. Watch this. And if you don't know what's afflicting you, you can't get changed. Y'all don't want to hear me. Because we spend so much time trying to cover up and hide the things that afflict and harm and damage us. We never experience real change. Because the real change comes when you by yourself and you see what really is, and you know what needs to be worked on. See, I understand. I know what it's like. I wish I had one in here. A good old mask. We go to church. We put a good church mask on, and we sing the high song. We shout the high praise. But the problem is that we don't bring anything back to the house to prepare us to take when we take the mask off, and when the people are by yourself, and when people are gone, and you send all of that other stuff away. You don't understand how hard it is to be by yourself. Do you understand that one of the most powerful forms of prayer is meditation? Y'all don't want to hear me. Do you understand that one of the hardest times that to deal with life is when you're by yourself? Meditation is just you sitting still and not saying or doing nothing. Have you ever just went into, I need 2 or 3 people that understands what Psalms 91 says. He that dwells in the secret place. That's by yourself. That you are by yourself. I don't have the energy. My nerves are bad because I understand what it's like to be afflicted. Y'all don't want to hear me, but watch this. And you've been afflicted. Put verse 25 up. Put verse 25 up, because I really want us to catch this thing, because this is what I want you to see. He says he was afflicted, but he kept wrestling. He was afflicted. Watch this. As his hip was wrenched, as he wrestled with the man. Y'all don't want to hear me tonight. He hit him in the socket of his hip, so his hip was wrenched. Watch this. As he wrestled with him. Watch this. Can I show y'all this verse? Because this is it. Verse 25. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, so his hip was wrenched. Watch this. Let me read it again. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, because when you in your sin, when you in your issues, and when you really afflicted, you fight with all your might. When you really got a problem, you got an issue, a situation, or circumstance, you go in with everything you got, and you'll even try to hurt the people that's trying to help you. And he was willing to overthrow the angel, and he touched his socket. He said, you wrestling from a place of strength that you don't even, watch this, that you don't even have. Watch this, y'all. And he kept wrestling even when his stuff aligned. He hurt wrestled. Afflicted kept wrestling. Tormented kept wrestling. Irritated, he kept wrestling. Down to his last dime, he kept wrestling. Because every now and then when you get by yourself, you don't have a choice to quit. Every now and then he could have knocked both of his legs off. I'm gonna wrestle you from the top part. Because there's enough fight inside of you that the affliction and the alignment don't knock the fight out of you. Baby, because I got a transferable skill. You thought that the affliction and the alignment was to take you out. Okay, can I say it like this? The affliction was to get you in alignment. Watch this. In both arenas. Watch this, y'all. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. The hip being out of place was because you were a limping spirit. Watch this, though. But also, the touch in the hip meant that he put his hands on me. I wish I had a preach in me right now to understand that there's some things that you ought to keep. If you don't do nothing else, take the word of little Dory from Finding Nemo when she told his daddy, or when he laid down on the side of that rock in Finding Nemo, she said, just keep swimming. No matter what you're doing and how you're dealing with it, no matter what's afflicting you and what has harmed you, no matter how the pain goes through your body, just keep on. Yeah, I need y'all to understand that there are some things that the Bible says, I believe Paul says that it was good for me to be afflicted. I need y'all to understand that it was good. If it hadn't have been for my affliction, arrogance would have crept in. Woo! Watch this. Oh my God. I'm getting out of this afflicted thing. Is that sometimes your affliction, even in, that was David. I'm sorry. David said it was good that I might be afflicted, so that I might learn your decree. It was in my affliction. It's in my weaknesses. It's in my shortcomings that I learned that I can keep going. It was in that I learned you still love me. It was in that I learned that I could overcome. It was in that I desired to change. Because I was plotting before you touched me. Touched him. I got to get out of that. Touched him. Hip popped out of socket. With pain in my body. Keep wrestling. With things not lining up, you keep wrestling. With trials and tribulations, you keep wrestling. When the enemy comes upon you like a flood, you keep wrestling. When you figure out that the afflictions keep coming, you keep wrestling. I got two more things. Not only do you have to be abandoned, not only do you have to be afflicted, the third thing is that you have to be assured. You have to be assured. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have to be assured. Verse 26 says this. Verse 26 says this. It says, let's put it, there we go. All right. Then the man said, let me go, for it is daybreak. Watch this, y'all. What are you assured of? But Jacob replied, I will not let you go unless you bless me. I'm done. What are you assured of? I know I won't leave this cave the way I came in here. What you're not going to do is afflict me and stick with me and stick me where I am and never come back to get me. See, what I refuse to do is wrestle with you and leave with the limp. Watch this, but not the lesson. What I refuse to do is leave here with the limp. I refuse to let go until you bless me. If I can't overpower you no more, y'all don't understand. The Bible never says he overpowered him ever again. He wasn't overpowering him anymore. What he did was he just held on. See, we keep trying to do other stuff and keep trying to win the battle. But guess what, baby? I'm not going to let go until you. I might leave limping, but there's a lesson coming out of this limp, baby. Because every time I take a step, I'm going to tell somebody that I'm not going to let go. There ain't no quitting me. There ain't no throw away the towel in me. Y'all don't understand. I didn't get victory from good days. I got victory because I refuse to let go. That's it, Sister Randon. That's it. That's it, Reverend Russell. Lord rest his soul, sleeps now with the angels, sleeps now in the bosom of Abraham. He says, hold your hope. Reverend Russell, you say, hold your hope. He said, hold your hope. He just keep on holding on. I'm not going to let go. Y'all, you have to be assured that I'm going to I don't know what you're going to do, but if watch this, if you afflicted me, you got to bless me. Quit having one-sided people in your life that they only good for afflictions, but they ain't good at assuring you that the change is going to come. Yeah, watch this, y'all, because you've lined my spirit and my natural up. I've been limping in the spirit. Now I'm limping naturally, but I need you to align my watch this, my spirit up with what's been in my mind. Because in my mind, the same person that went in the cave is not the same person come out of the cave. Y'all don't want to hear me. Watch coming out of the process too soon that you don't get your name changed. Yeah. Watch coming out of the process too soon that you don't get the payoff from the punishment. Watch coming out of the process too soon that you don't understand. The man asked him, what's your name? Watch this. Jacob, he answered. What's your name? What's your name? He says, I'm not going to let go till you bless me. And the wrestling match turns into a conversation. They start talking, y'all. And then a conversation, he said, well, what's your name? Since you won't let me go, you won't let me go back to who are you? Who? Watch this. I just preached this Sunday evening at St. Paul. Be leery of God that asks a question. Because when he asks it, it's always a reason tied to your answer. He asks, can these dry bones live? What? He don't need your answer. He needs to know where okay, can I give clarity to the question that when you are assured that you have to understand that God asking you a question, it literally is just you. Watch this, because I'm going to bless somebody. Your answer is not the blessing. No. Your answer is the starting point. Okay. Most of us have struggled because we can't see the hand of God on our life because we never drew the line in the sand to see where we started from. It is a clear declaration of where you are. It is where who do you watch this? Who do men say that I am? Y'all don't want to hear me. He don't care about what men say. He want to make sure, are y'all getting the lessons that I'm dropping y'all? Do you understand? What's your name, son? Now you've wrestled and you've asked for something. Are you ready for what I'm going to drop on you? Are you ready? Because most of us have left out of the abandoned phase afflicted, but did not leave assured because you refused to answer the question. And the problem is that we hadn't shut up in the wrestling match long enough to hear the question. Sometimes you get in your secret place I said it in the opening, you get in your secret place to eliminate the voices, but when you eliminate outside voices, you make room for inside voices. And what the inside voices do, y'all ain't ready for this one, what the inside voices do is get you clarity to what you didn't have before you went in there. Because you get something in the cave from the voice in the cave that the people that you sent away can't give you. Yeah, they like Jacob. They know Jacob. They understand Jacob. And the problem is when you come out of the cave, they're expecting Jacob. Okay. You got to be assured. Last part about being assured. This is the last thing about being assured. When you are assured, you understand this. This is gonna bless. This gonna bless 4 people watching me tonight. I believe it right now. When you are assured, then guess what? Y'all ready for this? You'll keep holding on. Yeah, you'll keep holding on because it gives you clarity of what to ask for. Y'all, he didn't say, I'm not going to let you go until my brother stopped chasing me. He didn't say, I just gathered a bunch of gifts together for my brother, and I'm not going to let you go until my family come back, and we're going to give you to my brother. He said, I'm not going to let you go unless you bless me. Watch this, y'all. This I need y'all to hear me. By this time, he knows who he's fighting with. He understands who he's fighting with. And he knows the capability of his aggressor. And because you can afflict me that easy, I know you can bless me. How many times have we left out because we did not understand who we were fighting with? I'm not going to let go unless you bless me. What's your name, son? My name is Jacob. First thing you have is abandoned. Second thing you have is afflicted. Third thing you have is to be assured. Fourth thing you have, this is it. Get an alias. He says, well, verse 28, he says this. Then the man said, your name will no longer be Jacob. Don't. Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome. Y'all, I just want to drop this. I just want to drop this off. He says your name will no longer be Jacob. He didn't say people will no longer call you Jacob. You should no longer answer to Jacob. You should no longer be Jacob. You should no longer act like Jacob. Watch this, y'all. Can I bless y'all? Because I'm dropping this here for free. You won't even walk like Jacob walked. You won't talk like Jacob talked. But you gonna walk like Israel. Who is Israel? They're gonna have to learn him. Because I'm me, but I'm not me. He gets him an alias. He says, and you're gonna get this thing because you earned this name. The season of you feeling like what you got in your life has not been earned. The season of you feeling like it was given to you and you did not appreciate it because you felt like you did not deserve it. In this season of your life, God says you're going to earn this alias. This change that you're going to get overnight, it might come quick, but they won't know what it costs you. They won't understand the experience. And when you come out of this cave, you won't walk like Jacob. You won't talk like Jacob because the experience you had in this cave, when you come out of here, you went in scared. You went in afraid. You went in worried. You went in distraught. You went in tired, and you went in, watch this, in hiding. But when you come out, he didn't call him any of that. He didn't call him a liar. He didn't call him a trickster. He didn't call him a plotter. He didn't call him the person, a brother. He didn't call him a thief. He didn't call him. He didn't call him a bad leader. He didn't call him. He didn't call him a bunch of stuff. You know what he called him? When he went in, he was all of that stuff and took it in the cave with him. But when he came out an overcomer. Y'all don't want to hear me tonight. I'm done. Because when you come out of this situation, there won't be a battle that you're afraid to fight, because you're coming out of this thing with peace. You're coming out of this thing with joy. You're coming out of this thing with happiness and love and assurance that God is going to do what when this alias is called. My First Lady Donna Williams, how you doing? It's on here tonight. I'm thanking God for it, because I'm going to how do you know? Because Paul said it in Corinthians that we are more than conquerors. Y'all don't want to hear me tonight. We are more than conquerors. I would stay with just being a victor, but I'm an overcomer. That's why victory is my name and my lifestyle, because you might have knew me as Jacob when I went in walking straight, but I'm coming out and I look afflicted. Watch this, y'all. Can I help y'all? Because in the fight, he aligned me. He aligned me in the fight. I'm done, because this ain't even a point. But can I add alignment to my points? Can I add alignment to my points? Because this is the main topic throughout this entire thesis, throughout this entire story right here is alignment. Is that what he did was he touched his hip and knocked it out of alignment. And guess what? Because he went in with his spirit crooked and his body straight. When he comes out of the cave, and his body's crooked, but his spirit is straight. Okay, I'm done for real. I can't do it. That when you come out of this season, when you come out of this mindset, out of this mode, that people will think that you've been knocked out of alignment, because what they thought your aligned mindset was foolishness. What they thought that you used to do was okay, but in the new you, it might look crooked. Oh, but baby, I got victory on my side, because I don't care if you think I'm going to lose. I've been called to overcome about better than you. And that's what I'm done. That's how I'm done. How do you get a change overnight? I got to be abandoned. I got to be by myself. I have to understand that I'm going to be afflicted. Watch this, because I've already been afflicted. I've already been hurt. I've already been damaged. I've already been used and abused. Oh, but when I get afflicted, I'm gonna get assured. I'm sure of some stuff. I'm positive of some things, and what I'm positive about is I'm not gonna lead the way I came. I'm not gonna let go till you bless me. I can't stay here, because some of us have some Fannie Lou Hamer inside of us that we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm not going to let go till you bless me. My hold on is strong, because as long as I keep going, then I'm going to see everything work out all right. And guess what? Not only am I going to be assured, I'm coming out changed. Just call me something new. I don't care if you call me what you want to, but my name is changed because my attitude has changed. And because names are important, I wish I could do it like I want to tonight. Because names are important, then you'll understand that God specializes in things that seem impossible. Thank you all so much. I love y'all. Let's go to God and pray. God, I love you. God, I thank you. I adore you. I thank you for this day, this moment, this hour that we share together in this word, that we can see you. How do we get a quick change? Just keep holding on. And don't let go until he bless you. Don't stop loving him until he bless you. Don't stop wrestling with him until he bless you. It might leave you afflicted. Oh, but affliction always leads to alignment. Thank you, God, for who you are and what you've done. Everything that you've done, everything that you are, everything that you've been in our lives and through our spirits, God. Thank you right now. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen. Thank y'all so much. I'm really blessed to be able to be pastoring such great ministry tonight's offering. Y'all know we do $20 every Tuesday night. $20 every Tuesday night. Let's do 22. Let's do 22. What's the 22? 25. Let's do 25. Let's do 25. 25. Let's do 25. Why are we doing 25, Pastor? Because 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is the number of completions. And I'm wanting a complete change. That's what God just spoke in my spirit. Let's 2, 5, 25, 2, 7, 25, $25 seed tonight. $25 seed to equal up to 7. 2 plus 5, 7. And that's what I want us to do tonight. $25 seed for a complete change overnight haul. That what you thought you were gonna struggle with for a month, what God's gonna do overnight. What you thought you were gonna do for a year, God might do overnight. What you thought you were going to change, God's gonna do it overnight. Let's do that tonight. Let's do it. I want to do that tonight. I want to do it tonight. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and I'm going over to Psalms 91. I'm just gonna do 1 through 4. Psalms 91, verse 1 through 4. I normally, and we're gonna end with a praise break, and I'm gonna end it there. But I just want somebody to hear this, because God keeps speaking to me that somebody is dealing with this cave, and you trying to figure out how to deal with this cave that you've caught. And the problem is that you keep dealing in the cave, and you think God's gonna leave you there. Psalms 91 says this: He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the precious pestilence. Watch this. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings shall you take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and your buckler. Why is that so important, Pastor? Why did you just drop that off as we got ready to go out of here tonight? Because I just want everybody that's watching me tonight to know this. He is your shield. And if you dwell in Him and keep fighting, the Winans had a song said it like that. Ain't no need to worry. It'll be all over in the morning. Be blessed. I love you all. Have a great night. Praying for God to touch every one of you that understand that whatever you're in, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're struggling with, a change is going to come. Be blessed.
I've been faithful. Come on, contract.